Good afternoon. I brought it here today to have a look at a fairly rare instrument, although it's having a little bit of a resurge of popularity, and it was originally called the Tiple, but now it's being called the American Tiple to distinguish it from the folk instrument of Colombia. The original Tiple is a lot bigger instrument, usually has 12 strings in 4 courses of 3, and it's usually at guitar pitch nowadays, although when I first learned to play one it was a tone lower in F. However, enough of what I used to do when I was young and foolish. We're here today to have a look at this instrument, which along with another instrument I've just videoed, the 8-string ukulele. It's a bit of a throwback instrument because it comes from a time when instruments used to have more than one string or one course, and in this particular instance it's a rather peculiar configuration, and the more people have examined it, the more they think that it was just sort of made from a one-off thing that arrived on the shores via the William Smith Company sometime in the 18th century, or 19th century I should say, because it has 10 strings and they're in an unusual configuration of a double course, a triple course, a triple course and another double course. The first course is just 2 strings in unison. The 3 courses in the middle there are rather unusual, in as much as the center string, the outer strings are in a normal, what shall we say, scale of notes going down, but the center notes are an octave lower. And the bottom, the 4th course, is an octave apart too. So it gives it a rather unusual, you can still hear the "My Dog Has Fleas" underneath it. And this is how it took off originally, because it was marketed as being another kind of a ukulele in the first ukulele craze, and it was pitched as high as D, which I thought was absolutely suicidal, but there you go. When I first got my Martin T17, here he is dropping names, that was pitched way up to D, and I wasn't very happy about it at all. It was very difficult to get strings for it as well, which would stay not just in tune but stay intact. Anyway, this particular one I'm selling from a friend of mine. He's one of my ex-pupils, and he's thinning out a little bit, and it's made, although it's unmarked, he's done some research on it and he believes it's made by the Regal company, and it's a model called the Patrician, which was made around about 1931. It's not in the best condition, but it is sound. It's had some luthery work done on it by Malcolm Johns. Of course, a lot of these things, when they come, they've got a sunken belly because they've had so much pressure put on them. And this is no, what shall I say, it goes along those lines. It's had some work on bringing the bridge down and also altering the bridge configuration, because originally it had a tailpiece, as you can see by the dead screw holes there. It does have a strap button on, which I'm glad to see, because I'm going to put a strap on in a minute to demo it. It's in rather, well, it's well used condition, as you can see there. It hasn't had a pick guard on, and whoever's been playing it, like Willie Nelson, has been oblivious to the destruction they've been doing to this instrument. But I think we've managed to save it, unless anybody does anything more gratuitous to it. Let's talk about, well, we've got one more derogatory thing to say about it, and that is it's lost one of its buttons off its machines, and it's been replaced by I think it's a 1-cent piece, and I can't think of anything else derogatory to say about. Well, you can take this either way. It's had some intonation work done on the bridge, which has double span of fret wire there. So our friend Malcolm Johns has fiddled away at this with a little file and tried to make it the intonation a little bit more, because it's an intonation nightmare with these strings, which are, some of them are like 3 octaves away from where they should be. However, most people, I'm guessing, are going to be playing it round about the first position and just strumming chords, because it sounds quite pleasant just strumming chords. I forgot to mention that this was a bit of a con to the ukulele world, as putting it across as another ukulele, because the basic thing about the Tiple as opposed to ukuleles is they're strung with steel as opposed to nylon or gut strings, and of course they have a different tonality. Right, what else can I say about it? It's pretty sound. There's no open seams or serious cracks in there. I think it's had the heel cap off by the look of it and being glued back on again. One more thing I would like to say about it before I finish off and play a little bit is that there is a case which it fits in, and I'm choosing my words more carefully than usual because it doesn't come with the case. The case is being sold separately because the case was acquired separately, and it's a very, I don't know that you can see much on this video, but it's a very ancient case. It has this sort of unusual stripy leather cloth look about of it. It's certainly edged with leather. You can see by the ancient hinges on there that it's you've got a good view of that one there, and it's in fairly good condition for its age, because it is, let's face it, it's a vulnerable age. It's probably about the 1920s to 30s. It's only got 2 catches on, but they work okay. The handle is a little bit worn. It's lost its outer cover of leathering. It's outer covering of leather. Got that backside first. Bit of a Stanley Unwinism there. But for the time being it works okay, but it does need a little bit of first aid. Inside it's not too bad. It's got the sort of purple beige effect that a lot of these it has all the hallmarks of being a guide case, but it doesn't have the little round badge on it, so we can't sell it as that. But it is a solid workmanlike case that will fit this Tiple will fit in it, or a similar instrument of those dimensions, which I won't pester you with now, but I will put on my eBay auction when I offer it for sale very shortly. And now what I'm going to try to do is play something atypical. I'd love to be able to play something from Colombia or one of those South American or Mexican places to show it off to its best advantage, but as I get older my repertoire shrinks, in the memory that is, and it doesn't come with a strap, so I've just robbed this off my little backpack of mandolin that was handy. What was I saying? Yeah, so I've just done my favourite bit of repertoire for the 8-string ukulele. So I'm going to do something totally different, which is a little old cowboy song called Happy Trails, which used to bring Roy Rogers and his lovely wife Gail Evans. I think it was written by Gail actually. Their 50s TV show to a close with this song, and it goes something like this. I'm hoping that it's going to show off the octaves to its best ability. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Give it a punt, or give me an email.